Hello everyone and welcome to Richard's Rides and Restorations. As you can see, we've had a little bit of snow on the ground here in Yorkshire, so it's a little bit overdue, I think, to look at preparing my bike for winter. So what are we going to be doing on the bike today? Well, first up, we're going to be fitting the mudguards that came with this bike originally. When I did it up, I took the mudguards off and I fitted some slick 25mm 700C tyres to make kind of a Street Fighter hybrid build. But then when I went on some trail riding, I swapped out some bigger Land Cruiser tyres. I also fitted a rear rack, which I bought second hand and came with a bit of plastic that was used as a DIY mudguard. I'm going to be taking that bit of plastic off and fit the original rear mudguard. I also fitted a kickstand, which has been alright, but it keeps coming loose, and because I tend to have two panniers on which are quite full or not evenly loaded, it's not very good at keeping the bike up when it's fully loaded. So I'm going to be swapping that out for a center stand. I'm also going to be swapping out the pedals for some metal Welgo pedals which are flat on one side and have SPD clips on the other side, and fitting some new reflectors on there. The saddle is holding up, although I've had to fit some electrical tape because it split down there and was starting to splay out, possibly due to being exposed to the elements or just its age, because I believe it's the original saddle that came with this bike 24 years ago. I also need to respray the handlebars or replace them with some aluminium ones. These are the original handlebars that came with chrome plating. I wanted to keep the bike as original as possible, so I simply resprayed them since most of the chrome had flaked off. But considering it's freezing temperatures outside at the moment and it's wet, I'll probably be saving the respray of that until warmer and drier weather. I'm thinking of also swapping out the brake pads, thinking of getting some of those cool stop pads, which apparently are more effective in the rain. I've never used them before, so it'll be an interesting review once I've fitted them. It's been a couple of years since I've picked up this bike and refurbished it, and it's fast become a firm favourite of mine. As luck would have it, it's getting a lot mistier now, and it's starting to spit with rain and sleet. So I'm going to take this bike indoors and work on it in there. And it's just occurred to me that I definitely need to give that chain a clean. Look at the state of it. So I might give it a clean before I take it indoors, and then set about fitting the mudguards. I'll hopefully see you out here when it's done. It's properly raining now, so I need to go inside. As luck would have it, I came down with a really bad cold the day after filming and spent a week in bed. And so it took me a couple more weeks than planned to do everything I intended to on the bike. Well, I fitted the mudguards and I think they look pretty good. I replaced most of the bolts and fixings with stainless steel versions, including on the bottle cage, just to make the bike a bit more weatherproof. I've fitted my preferred Wellgo pedals, and they're much better than the original pedals that the bike came with. I remounted the luggage rack into the upper eyelet. I had to fit the stays for the mudguard into the same eyelet, just due to the kind of the angles involved. I still need to make some tweaks to that mounting bracket. I've still got the original kickstand that I've been making do with. I did get a centre stand, but again, rather unluckily, it was completely unsuitable. Didn't have the right fixing plate, but as you can see, that bolt is coming very close to the shifter cable. So I'll be getting a different one that fits the rear triangle. The brake pads I haven't changed yet because they've not arrived, but when they do, I'll be fitting those and replacing more of the bolts and things with stainless steel versions. I have been out on the bike since I did it up, and yeah, it's much a much drier experience in the wet, so I'll be keeping it dressed up like this until the summer. I've still got the original handlebars that still need respraying. It's been much too cold and wet, as you would expect for December in the UK, but I'll get around to that eventually. So with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please press like, please subscribe, hit that bell notification icon so you know when future videos come out. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. And until next time, Happy New Year 2024 and bye for now.